welcome to the Dr. Reilly Show. I know you're probably wondering what is going on. It is now 7:05 and you're like, where is the show? But tonight's episode is going to be like super dramatic, super special. So we wanted to make sure that we did something really great and really fun for you guys. And so we did some special things, different than any other episode that we have ever done. So it has taken us a little bit of time to kind of work with YouTube to upload it. So what we're going to do is you are now live with me. And if you have any questions about any of the past episodes, episode 1 with the Coochie Coach, or episode 2 about Dr. Hunter and being in another country, or tonight's episode, which is about date rape, please put it in the chat and I'll answer some of the questions that you may have. And so YouTube kind of works with us and we can upload this episode where we've done some different things for you guys. We're getting better. We're trying to bring you great content. We're trying to make sure that what we have presented to you and to the world is actually amazing. So put in the chat, write your question, Reilly Show. So if this is your first time rocking with the Dr. Reilly Show, our first season has been about sexual trauma, and it's been really great. So our first guest on episode 1 was the Coochie Coach. And she's been my friend for 30 years, and she has taken her pain and turned it into power. Turning into power. So that was episode 1. So if anybody needs a Black woman who can give you some advice, take you through a process of healing anything you've had regarding sexual trauma, reach out to the Coochie Coach at the Coochie Coach. Yes, you heard me say it, the Coochie Coach, on IG, Facebook, Twitter. And also, if you want to speak to a woman who has experienced trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma and still has come out standing strong, smiling, enjoying life, reach out to Dr. Maloney Hunter. As a matter of fact, she just released a new book, a new children's book called The Art of Gratefulness. So I think that's a book that you also want to read. But tonight's episode is heavy. Tonight's episode is deep. Tonight's episode is we get up close and personal with what actually is going on in people's lives. Date rape. So we hear about date rape in Hollywood settings. We hear about date rape in college. We hear about all of those particular things going on in these closed quarters. And there's always this kind of thought that, was it really date rape? Why were you there? Did you really say no? But we're going to hear from Maya Munjin Oriole tonight about what exactly happened. So we're going to get an inside view, an inside look at what happens between the perpetrator and the one who was perpetrated against. We want to call them a victim, but I don't want to call it a victim because it seems really, but I want to call it a horrendous act against an innocent person, an innocent bystander. And I'm going to say an innocent bystander because you probably don't even know what's going on. And then, bam, you're in this situation. So, yeah, innocent bystander. That's exactly what was going on. So, Maya Munjin Oriole is going to walk us through that process. You're going to hear exactly what it felt like. In my opinion, I think you're going to be transported right to the moment and be able to see it from her point of view. And so that way you can experience it and hear. Her heart's desire, like mine, is to make sure that women who have gone through it can understand that you can be triumphant and successful, that you don't have to be stuck. But also for the perpetrators to know that when you create these things, when you do these things, when you commit these things, that you have just implanted something on somebody's soul forever. And it is something that is long lasting, and it paralyzes people, and it creates this freeze moment. And we don't want that to happen. So tonight, that's what we're going to learn about. That's what we're going to hear about as we walk through the process. So I see a couple of you who have joined me on the slide. Please put something in the chat. I see my girl B. Renee. Let me say this. I have like dope friends, like really dope friends. And B Renee is one of my dope friends, like real dope friends. And if you want to hear some deep stuff and healing stuff, check her out. B Renee. B as the letter B, and then Renee, Renee. B Renee, put your information in the chat so people can know how to contact you on IG, how to contact you on Facebook, how to contact you on Twitter. Because if you need a singer, call B Renee. If you need somebody to speak, call B Renee. If you need someone who has lost her ministry right now is for widows and widowers, but I don't even think she realizes how big her touch goes. But if you need somebody, call B Renee. B Renee. She has a book, What If He Dies? B Renee, I'm looking and your information is not in the chat. Please put your information in the chat so people can reach out to you because there are people who need what you give. So make sure you do that. Also, there we go. Facebook, B Renee, IG, B Renee, Ministry. I can't talk and like read at the same time. Duh. I can talk and you go. I can really do that. But I'm having difficulty time right now. But anyway. Then I see my brother, Principal Akbar Cook. What up, Cook? Reach out in the chat. Let me know you're there. Akbar Cook. He is a principal in Newark, my brother in OSG. So for those of you who haven't been following me, OSG is Off School Grounds. It is a coalition of 90 Black principals about that life, doing what we do for people. So Akbar, put your information in the chat. If you have watched Ellen, if you have watched, I don't even know what else he's been on. That's how dope he is. But put all your information in the chat, Akbar. But he has been on Ellen. So if you see the principal on Ellen that got some money to do some great things because he bought a washing machine and dryer. Who knew a washing machine and dryer would get you on Ellen? If I would have known that, I would have bought a washing machine and dryer a long time ago. But not only that, Oprah. Did you hear me? Oprah Winfrey came because he was feeding people and she gave him some bread, some money. So I have dope friends. So there we go. Akbar just put his information in the chat. So if you want to be friends of Akbar, friends of Westside High, if you want to help some kids in situations that are dire from Black and brown babies, then reach out to Akbar Cook. I mean, you can reach out to me too, but right now I'm promoting my dope friends. I got dope friends. Hashtag, my friends are doper than yours. Well, you probably are saying like, nah, but yeah, my friends are doper than yours, okay? So yes, so if you want to know how to get on Ellen, buy a washing machine and dryer for a school and let it be known. So, yeah. And you may say a washing machine and dryer in a school. Why do you need that? Because there are kids out there who need their clothes to be washed because they don't have the access like you and I may have. So yeah, schools need it. So who else is in the building? What else? Like I said, I got dope friends. I got Bronx MC in the building. That's my brother. You have no idea how awesome Bronx MC is. I just want to take a moment to publicly thank Bronx MC. First of all, if I say this and I'm going to sound really corny, just pass it by. He spits rhymes. I don't know if that sounded corny, but if it did, that's what he does. But besides that, he is my editor. He is the editor for the Ask Dr. Reilly show. He is one of the directors for Ask Dr. Reilly show. He is one of my think tank partners for Ask Dr. Reilly show. His creative mind is phenomenal. Like I can say, this is what I see. You know, that's what I do. This is what I see. And he's like, boom, bap. Yeah, he says that. He says, boom, bap. If you don't know what boom, bap is, that means you're young. But boom, bap, this is how we going to do it. So, you need some video work? Call Bronx MC. You need some editing work? Call Bronx MC. You need stuff happening? Call Bronx MC. Bronx MC, please put your information in the chat So people know how to reach out to you. Like I said, I have dope friends. I have really cool friends. And so all my friends are about something. They just not hanging out, being whatever, doing whatever, but they are dope friends. And that's what I have. I have really great friends. So I'm waiting. So we have B. Renee's information in the chat. We have Principal Akbar's information in the chat. And soon we're going to have Bronx MC's information in the chat. Bronx MC's information in the chat. Now, also in the building, can you check to see? Also in the building, I got my friend Smitty. So let me explain Smitty to you. So for those of you that know Charlie's Angels, Smitty is the voice in the box. You never see Charlie, but you know Charlie is controlling everything. And Charlie is a major character in Charlie's Angels, and that is Smitty. He is a major person in this process. So Smitty, put your information in the chat because people need to know just how dope you are. He is one of the masterminds behind the Ask Dr. Reilly show. And without him, I wouldn't even know where to be, what to do, because he pushes the thinking. You gotta have somebody who's like in the cut, like this. No. Yes. I don't think so. That's Smitty. So you see that? That no, major. That yes, major. That I don't think so, major. It may be one word, but that one word had a whole bunch in it, and that's who Smitty is. So Smitty, put your information in the chat. While we are waiting for YouTube to work with us. You know, YouTube trying not to make us be great today, but then we trying to do something special for y'all too, because this episode is really, really near and dear to my heart. My guest tonight is my little sister. I'm not biological, but you know how we black folks do. That's my cousin. That's my auntie. You know how we do those kinds of things. But this is my little sister. Actually, one of her older sisters and I were like this. You saw her older sister. You saw me. Her name is Ayana. So I'm shouting out my girl Ayana because we grew up together. You saw Ayana. You saw Anissa. You saw Anissa. You saw Ayana. That's how close we were. And so because of that, her little sister, Maia, was my little sister because we were her two big sisters. So I knew her since she was little. Ayana and Anissa, and then her little sister, Maia. So she was just so beautiful in this episode to share her story and be vulnerable with her story tonight. And so that is what we are offering to you. And so because of the beauty in it, we wanted it to be beautiful, but YouTube, don't want us to be beautiful tonight. So we gotta wait a little bit. But Bronx MC just put in the chat. It'll drop in a minute. But in the meantime, like I said, put some stuff in the if you have any questions. All right, so I told you about my dope friends. I told you about the episode. Let me tell you about what is going on with the Ask Dr. Reilly show. Let me tell you what's going on with the Ask Dr. Reilly show. So, first, I want to say thank you to Dame Dash. Oh, yes, you heard me. Dame Dash. Okay. So now, Dame Dash, for those of you who don't know, the young heads really don't know who Dame Dash is, but his hand reaches so far in the music industry that I don't even think people really realize how influential he has been in entertainment, period, but more specifically. And his heart is taken for granted, I think, because he is so invested in who he has been blessed to come in contact with, right? Yeah, he's a little rough, but that's who he is. Michael Jordan. Like, when you watch Michael Jordan's episode, because his heart was about winning, people were like, ew. But because of his attitude, Michael Jordan's attitude, and because of who he was, look at what happened. And people, his teammates were like, Michael Jordan. So if you can understand that concept, with Michael Jordan, but it created him to be the best. Yes, I said he the best basketball player. Yes, Michael Jordan is the best basketball player. That's an argument for another day, but I said it because I have the live going on right now. So yes, he's the best. So that same concept with Michael Jordan, that same attitude, that same energy is what Dame Dash kind of brings to the entertainment industry. And it rubs people the wrong way sometimes. But if you're a winner, then you understand that winning mentality, that winning argument, that winning vibe, that winning drive. So, Dame Dash, I need to say thank you for even allowing me to use your name. Because that's what I'm doing. Like, he's like, yo, niece. No, actually, he calls me Dr. Action. Because he's like, how about that action? Right? So, Dr. Action, he was like, yo, we got this. So, first, I want to say thank you to him. Next, I want to say thank you to Dennis McKeezy. Dennis McKeezy from OSG. My mentor. He's my mentor. He's my coach. He's my champion. He's my sponsor. Yes, he's all four of those things. I'm going to have a book to come out that talks about what it means to be a mentor, a coach, a sponsor, and a champion. I'm going to have a book, so look out for that book so you can understand what that is all about. But I want to also say that he was truly a godsend, Dennis McKeezy, because there are things that happened in my career as a principal that really kind of stuck me for a minute. And he came and he was like, break up, chick. Yeah, I had to say it like that because that's really what happened. He was like, wake up. Like, come on. You dope. You still dope. Believe that you dope. And so because he was able to mentor, coach, sponsor, and champion me through that process, X Dr. Reilly is here. So that's one thing I have to talk about where it came from. Then Lays Elliott, he always says this, so I have to do it because I don't think I can say it right unless I say his name right, unless I say this. So Lays Elliott from the world famous MOP, he's going to get a kick out of that. Lays Elliott from the world famous MOP also sold into this project, and his hand touches many multi-platinum albums, and so he got the Midas touch. So he has touched this project, and we have done some wonderful, great things. So he connected me with DR Period. Look him up if you don't know who DR Period is, and that's how we got the music. So here we go. So some of the things that's going on with Ask Dr. Reilly. So I know I said so like 15 times. If you're counting my souls, you're probably like on tick number 35. So I don't care if you count my souls. It's all right. This is alive. So I can say soul as many times as I want to. Anyway, so that's like 35, right? The Ask Dr. Reilly show has been on several radio stations in North Carolina, in Charlotte, and TD Levin, Fresh Star Focus, was on. She had us on the show 2 weeks in a row. That was amazing. Also, the Ask Dr. Reilly show will soon, hopefully, be picked up by a major network because of the work. So we're thinking about those conversations that are beginning to happen. So I'm not going to give it too much away, but that's what's going on. And the next thing is that we are going to be doing a virtual tour. A virtual tour. Did you hear me? A virtual tour. Because there are women across the world who have been impacted by sexual trauma in ways that we need to give them a platform. So if you want your organization to be a part of the virtual tour, please reach out to the Ask Dr. Reilly show at ask.dr.Reilly, REILLY, @gmail.com, or you can reach us at our IG at Ask Dr. Reilly, or you can send us on Facebook a message at Ask Dr. Reilly, or you can send us a tweet at Ask Dr. Reilly. Because we want to make sure that women and men, because there's a man on this episode, I ain't going to tell you who it is, but trust me, it is somebody major that who has been so gracious enough to share their experience with sexual trauma. So Lawrence MC just put in the chat, YouTube has worked with us, and it's 5 minutes to count. So that's what's going on with the show. God has been so good to us. This pandemic, this World on Pause has been really a great opportunity for us. I want to shout out my makeup artist. If you've been watching the show and you like, oh my gosh, her makeup is amazing. I agree with you. My makeup artist is True Reflection. You heard what I said. So IG, True Reflection 623. Shanice Shannon, she is the bomb. And you know, let her work speak for herself, speak for itself. She is a great makeup artist, and she does exactly what the company names. She brings out your true reflection. It looks extremely natural. You know your makeup is good when your husband is like, yeah. Can you call her again and get it done? And that don't mean like I'm ugly or anything. It just means that it was beautiful and he liked it. Okay? Thank you, Smitty, for putting her information in the chat. If you liked my pictures that you see on the IG, my photographer is dope. The Ask Dr. Reilly Show photographer is dope. That's Genius World Media. So he has taken my pictures. Oh my gosh, pictures are dope. Like, you can't tell me I'm not a model. So his information is also there. IG at Genius World Media. Another team is gonna put his information in the chat too. So if you need makeup, you call True Reflection. If you need pictures, photography, make sure you reach out to Genius World Media. Now, I don't get my nails done because I'm just not a nail person. I don't like that. But if you see my wardrobe, my stylist is my daughter. She is a bomb, and she does nails. And so you can reach out to her. Look at her IG at Lyrics Touch on her IG. She is also working in a salon at Nails and Tips by Layla London in the Bronx. It is a Black-owned business. So if you're patronizing Black-owned businesses, it's a Black-owned nail shop in the Bronx. My daughter works there, and she does nails. Check out her IG, The Bomb Nails. She is creative, and she'll do styling for you. So she's my stylist. I think I'll go in the chat. That's IG at Lyrics Touch, right? So if you need pictures, you call Genius World Media. That will be in there. If you need nails, you do Lyrics Touch. If you need makeup, you call True Reflection. And you see my braids. You see my braids, right? You see my braids. My braid person is the bomb. And that's Sassy. Her IG is Sassy. SASSSY. Hands. I mean, she is amazing. Amazing. So, if you also need, so that was so, I probably that's up to like 42 shows I done said in this live. But anyway, if you need some video work besides Bronx MC, you can also reach out to Fame Academy and LA Sunshine. The information should be in there also. So, Fame Academy, LA Sunshine, Bronx MC. If you need a set design, you need some set design, call my girl Karen Banks, Princess K. That will also be in there. So that's my whole team. My set designer is Cameron Banks for the show. The show set designer is Cameron Banks. The show's photographer, still photographer, is Genius World Media. The makeup artist is True Reflection. The stylist is Lyrics Touch. My producers, Dennis McKeezy, Lays Elliott, Dane Dash, Bronx MC. So dope. That's the team for the Ask Dr. Reilly Show. And then there's me. But it's been an honor to go with y'all on this live. We got 1 minute, maybe 30-second countdown. The season 3 is about to go. It's 7:29, and YouTube has finally said, okay, we got you. So it's been great, people. Thank you for supporting the Ask Dr. Reilly Show. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Please make sure you like it, and don't forget to tap the bell. But most importantly, subscribe, so we can continue to bring you great content. The more subscribers, the better content, and the more content we can bring you. So it's been great, and check it out. We'll be live chatting with you, and hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you.